You can do it! Awesome! Awesome! No! Witness me! Witness!
Do you know what the meaning of witness me is? And have you heard of bear witness before? Well, join us in our latest episode of Cinephile to find out. And be sure to visit our FUNDAY website for more. Hello everyone, I'm Wade, your Cinephile host. Mad Max Fury Road is a 2015 Australian post-apocalyptic action film starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron, set in a post-apocalyptic desert wasteland where gasoline and water are sacred resources. Fury Road follows Max, who joins forces with Furiosa to flee from a cult leader, Immortan Joe, and his army in an armed tanker truck, leading to a lengthy road battle. With the world becoming a deserted wasteland following a societal collapse from warfare over resources, a survivor named Max is captured and taken to Immortan Joe's citadel by the War Boys, an army led by Joe. Joe is a ruthless leader who controls the citadel and its people by controlling their access to these resources. He gives a speech before sending out his war rig. He then opens the tunnel for the water to cascade down to the people, but only for a moment.
My friends, become addicted to water. It will take hold of you, and you will resent its absence.
Imperator Furiosa, one of Joe's lieutenants, is sent in her armed war rig to extract gasoline and ammunition. Meanwhile, Max is imprisoned and used as a blood bag for a sick war boy called Nux. On their way to Gastown, Furiosa all of a sudden diverts her route. One of Joe's sons realizes this and brings it to his attention. Joe rushes to his safe, where he realizes that his 5 wives has disappeared.
Where are they?
They are not your property!
Miss Kitty!
You cannot own a human being! Sooner or later, someone pushes back!
Where is she taking them?
She didn't take them, they begged her to go!
Where is she taking them?
A long way from you!
Furious, Joe leads his army in pursuit, calling on the aid of nearby Gastown and the bullet farm. Nux joins the pursuit with Max strapped to his car, and a battle ensues between the war rig and Joe's forces. In a desperate attempt, Furiosa drives into a sandstorm, evading her pursuers, except Nux, who's ready to sacrifice himself to destroy the rig. Max escapes just in time and restrains him, but the car is destroyed in the process. After the storm, Max drags an unconscious Nux with him to find Furiosa repairing the rig, accompanied by Joe's wives. Max battles it out with Furiosa and the wives, but eventually, with the help of Nux, he captures and steals the rig for himself.
How does it feel?
It hurts.
Out here, everything hurts. You want to get through this? Do as I say. Now pick up what you can and run.
Furiosa had inserted a kill switch code that caused the rig to stop running, So they caught up to Max and struck a deal with him. He reluctantly agrees to let Furiosa and the wives accompany him. Nux, who was left behind, sneaks onto the rig as it was leaving and attempts to kill Furiosa, but is overcome and overthrown, being picked up by Joe's army. Furiosa drives through a biker gang-controlled canyon, having bartered a deal for safe passage. The gang turn on her when they discover Joe's army arriving, forcing her and the group to flee, while the bikers detonate the canyon walls to block Joe. Max and Furiosa fights off the pursuing bikers as Joe's car drives over the blockade. Joe catches up with the war rig, allowing Nux to board with the intent of attacking Furiosa again. He fails, to the disappointment of Joe. As the rig escapes, one of Joe's pregnant wives falls off trying to help Max and is fatally run over by Joe's car. Furiosa explains to Max that they are escaping to the Green Place, an idyllic land she remembered from her childhood.
This Green Place.
It's a long night's run, heading east. We need inventory. I want you to match every gun with its bullets. I'm gonna go down and do some repairs.
We need someone down the back.
I'll go.
No, I want you to stay together.
I can do it.
One of the wives finds Nux hiding in the rig and consoles him as he laments his failure. Furiosa and Max slows Joe's forces with mines, but Joe's ally, the bullet farmer, continues pursuit. After Furiosa shoots the bullet farmer, Max leaves to confront him and his men, returning with guns and ammunition. During the firefight, Nux emerges from hiding to help free the trapped rig and joins the crew. After driving the war rig overnight through swamplands and desert, the crew comes across a mysterious woman. Furiosa approaches her and states her history and clan affiliation. The woman summons her clan, who recognizes Furiosa as one of their own who was kidnapped as a child. But soon, Furiosa is devastated to learn that the swampland they passed was indeed the Green Place, now uninhabitable. The group then planned to ride across immense salt flats in the hopes of finding a new home. Furiosa invites Max to join.
You're more than welcome to come with us.
I'll make my own way. You know, hope is a mistake. If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
After seeing visions of a child he failed to save, Max catches up with the group and convinces them to return to the undefended Citadel, which has ample of resources, and they'll make their escape by trapping Joe and his army in the Biker's Canyon. So, the group heads back towards the Citadel. On their way back, they engage with Joe's forces. Many of the women sacrifice themselves in protecting the rig, and Furiosa is seriously wounded in the process. Joe positions his car in front of the war rig to slow it down, while Max fights Joe's large adult son. Joe captures one of the wives, who manages to distract him long enough for Furiosa to kill him. As they reach the canyon, they all transfer onto Joe's car. Nux, unable to follow along, decides to sacrifice himself. Having lost a lot of blood, Max transfuses his own blood to Furiosa, saving her life. Back at the Citadel, the people rejoice upon learning of Joe's death. Furiosa and the group are cheered by the crowd and welcomed by the remaining war boys, as all the resources are being shared amongst the people. Max and Furiosa share one last glance as he leaves. Considered one of the greatest action films of all times and one of the best of 2010s, Mad Max Fury Road received numerous accolades, with 10 Academy Award nominations at the 88 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and won the most awards of the ceremony with 6 other awards. And well deserved. What an epic action film it was. 接下来 Ruby 要揭晓今天电影迷疯狂麦斯愤怒到 Mad Max Fury Road 要教我们些什么。So Ruby, do you consider yourself a good driver?
Well, I do, but you might think differently.
Well, I bet you can't drive like the characters in Mad Max.
Well, I wouldn't want to. However, I can tell you what we can learn from this movie.
Yeah?
Do you remember the part when they shouted, "Witness me"?
Oh yes, what an epic scene. 不过这句要怎么解释呢？
So witness 常见的用法有动词见证或是名词证人。
Yeah, like witness an attack, 目击攻击 or key witness, 关键证人。
Yes, 也可以表示证明的意思。Like we can say as witnessed by something, 由某事证明。
Witness me 里面的 witness 应该是动词对吧？
Yes, 见证我衍生出看我牺牲的意思。
哇，好热血哦！ Hey, I have another one. Have you heard of bear witness?
Oh, that's good extension. Bear witness 有2种用法。
I know it shows that something exists or is true, like one's success bear witness to the value of hard work. But what's the other one?
Bear witness 也可以用来指作证 ，like bear false witness 就是指作伪证。
Ah, I see. Well, I'm Wade.
I'm Ruby.
I hope you've learned something useful in this episode of Cinephile as I did. You can find more on the FUNDAY website.
Let's make every day a fun day.
You done this before?
Many times. Now that I drive a war rig, this is the best shot I'll ever have.
And then?
They're looking for hope.
What about you?
Redemption.